Welcome, everybody. My name is Kayvan Chinichian. I'm the Senior Director of Development here at the California Cybersecurity Institute, better known around campus as CCI. The mission of CCI is to address cybersecurity challenges facing the state and country. We do this through three pillars. We train to reskill, upskill, and build literacy across the state of California and communities across the country. We accelerate unique opportunities to advance the Cal Poly Learn by Doing pedagogy for students and faculty. And we empower early education opportunities to build a pipeline for future students interested in careers in technology and cybersecurity. All of our substantive work is done by all of you, Cal Poly students. However, we are one of many different ways students are invited to gain work experience around cyber at Cal Poly. So some others include the DX Hub, powered by AWS, the Ethics and Emerging Sciences Group, housed within the Department of Philosophy and the College of Liberal Arts. Cal Poly also has unique partnerships with industry, such as with Exclusive Networks and their offices at the Tech Park. If you have questions about CCI or any other entities on campus, I invite you to send me an email directly to learn more. Now, we're all here today to learn from CCI friend and partner, Judy Steingass, about Journeys Map. Judy is with Journeys Map, and she'll be giving us a full walkthrough on how to use this resource. Briefly put, Journeys Map is an app designed to make finding your way to your dream job easy and efficient. Similar to GPS technology, Journeys Map helps by determining your current coordinates along with where you would like to go, and then mapping the pathway to that destination. Judy, would you like to add anything?
No, I think that hits a nail right on the head.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to just briefly show everybody where you can find the Journeys Map, and then I'm going to pass it over to Judy to do the walkthrough. So let me start by sharing my screen here. And not surprisingly, where you have to go to start the process is go to cci.calpoly.edu. That is the CCI website. Navigate to Train. Oops. And click on Journeys Map. And this tool is open to Cal Poly students as well as the Cal Poly community, including faculty and staff. Pretty much anyone with an @calpoly.edu email address can use it. And to get started, you just have to press Explore Cal Poly Journeys, and it'll take you straight there. And I'm going to stop there and pass the baton over to Judy to show us what's next.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Take just a second here. Well, I'm going to try to share my screen. Technology at its finest, as always. But just a second here, and we'll get this going for you all. In the meantime, while I'm bringing this up, I wanted to let you know that as we're going through this, please don't hesitate you can either put questions in the chat, as well as I'll pause occasionally too for any questions that you might have as we go through it, and as we go from there. But when you go into Journeys from your Cal Poly site, you'll be able to sign up for an account. Once you sign up for an account, when you come back in, you're going to see it will take you to the same page, but you'll see at the bottom, sign up here. If you haven't set up one yet, you can just click on the sign up here, and it allows you to sign up. And then if you're going to log in and already have an account, it will give you the opportunity to go ahead and log in. We typically suggest that you use your email address as your user ID, and then a password that makes sense to you. as you're able to go into it. You are going to see that you may have more than one account. You're by nature, because you're joining through Cal Poly, will have a Cal Poly account. But as you graduate and move on to the world of work, you still will have access to Journeys. Once you have a Journeys account, you have it for your lifetime, so that you'll be able to come back and visit as potentially you change jobs or you upskill and move to a different position, those kinds of things. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end also. But when you do that, then you have a what we call global account. When you first come into Journeys and sign up for an account, it does allow you to what we call navigate the map, and that'll make more sense here in a minute. But basically, you can take an interest survey as well as a skill survey, or you can just go in and start exploring careers. If you would like to take an interest survey, you can just go in and say, discover my interests. And it'll go in and it'll ask a series of questions. Some of them are related to cybersecurity, some of them are not, but it's what we call the Holland's Strong survey, and allows you to go in and take it. And so it's a quick 10-minute survey. If you know where you're headed, you can skip this step. It's not required. It's just available to you if you'd like to take it. But I can say, no, I'm not so interested in that. Oh yeah, I love this. Not so sure. You get the idea. You can kind of go through and just answer the questions, and it is actually going to take you in then and allow you to do an interest survey. Once you've completed the interest survey, it is going to come back and tell you your traits based on the Holland interest survey. And then it's going to give you some suggested careers based on your answers. The same is true also with the skills survey. It will allow you to go in, take your skills survey, take that assessment. Same thing at the end, it'll recommend careers that might be a good fit for you, and allow you to start exploring. Or you can go straight in and explore careers. From this front dashboard is the first way to navigate is by either taking one of those surveys or just going into explore. It gives you then the clusters that are built around the Department of Labor. So because we're specifically talking a little bit about cybersecurity tonight, but if I would go in and I would select cybersecurity, it's going to show me all the organizational pathways inside of, based on the NICE framework, inside of cybersecurity. As you continue to drill down, then it's going to actually show you then those occupations that make up each one of those organizations. Once I get to that point, you're going to see that there's always a learn more page and at a glance information. So I can look at it at a glance, what a typical degree is, average annual salary, those kinds of things, in addition to then being able to actually go to a learn more page. We'll spend more time on the learn more page in a minute, but I just wanted to make you aware that when you first come into your dashboard, it gives you that capability of going in and taking either one of those surveys or just going out and starting to begin career exploration. Once you have actually seen some recommended careers for you, there are a couple other features that are on this dashboard. One is going in and doing a skills gap. This particular piece of Journeys map is still under development and will continue to improve substantially over the next few months. But here you can go in and you can either look at acquired skills or skills in progress by updating your professional history or adding skills that you're learning. And then you'll be able to compare those to your target occupation, and it will give you some of your skills gaps, and then some potential recommended training to help acquire those skills. The other thing that's available on this front dashboard is just the ability then to go in and also have resources available to you. So again, this is on the front dashboard page. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step into the map itself. So again, I talked about 3 different ways to navigate. This is just the upfront piece, and then we'll get into the depth. As you can see, this is kind of like what we call a Google map for learning. It allows you to go in and literally drill in and drill out. So you're going to see it starts all the way from kindergarten. We call it K to gray, but allows you to go in all the way through high school, whether you go to college, off to the military, whether you take some CTE courses, whether you go out and get some certifications, and then off to your career. But in order to be able to drill in, you do it just like Google Maps. So I want to look at IT. I can actually drill down in, and now I can see those different pathways that are inside of IT. I'm interested maybe in network systems. Now I could actually drill down into network systems, and now I'm going to see all those occupations then that are in that pathway. On any one of these, I could click on it. So say we're going to say information security analyst. So if I was going to be an analyst, here is the typical at a glance information will automatically pop up over on the left-hand side. So you're going to be able to see typical 4-year degree, average annual salary, that's nationally. I'll show you how you can look in your region in just a moment. The projected growth, job openings, currently employed. Across the bottom of this card, you're going to see learn more, the map itself, the ability to follow that particular occupation, and the ability to build a journey, all of which we'll spend a little bit of time in this evening. But as I look at this, I can kind of get just that general idea about that particular occupation and some general information about it. If I think I'm interested, then I could jump into the learn more page and learn literally much, much more. So that is the second way. So the first way was to take those surveys, get some recommended, go into the cards, get to the learn more pages, start learning about that occupation. The second way was literally to drill into the map itself. Literally just going to the map, and you can drill in anywhere inside the map, whether it's in the career area or any of these other areas, they all function the same. They all do have learn more pages associated with them. When I talk about careers in general, we're talking about this section of the map where it's careers, where it lists all areas. As we know, cybersecurity is very important, not only in the cybersecurity sector, but also in all other areas where the labor exists. Everywhere from somebody working at McDonald's to somebody being a high-end engineer or scientist or healthcare or doctor, whatever. Cybersecurity is very important. So you'll find cybersecurity jobs not only exist in the cybersecurity sector, but also in many of the other sectors as well. So if you have a specific passion, maybe you're really passionate about healthcare, but you're interested in cybersecurity, so you want to combine cybersecurity and healthcare. This gives you the capability of drilling down and looking at that. So the third way to navigate is actually to come in and just type in, maybe I want to be a network administrator. I can literally just type in a keyword and do the search. When I do, you're going to see that it highlights up it over on the map, and it will give me a list of those highlighted spots. It allows me to go in and see different ones. First one is an example is in support services. Second one's in software development. Third one's in network systems. Fourth one's in is computer engineer. So you kind of get the idea. It gives you different choices of drilling down to that next step. So again, you can 3 ways: through the interest surveys, through the map itself, treating it like a Google map, or this third way by literally going in and typing in a search term and being able to find career opportunities that exist in a particular field, in this case, cybersecurity. If I'm interested in one of those, I can typically, from any one of those 3 places, I can get to that Learn More page. So if I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go into the Learn More page for this particular occupation. I'm going to again see that at a glance information. So typical degree, salary, projected growth, etc. It is also almost all of the occupations on our map do contain a short video, kind of like a day in the life type of a thing that you can go look at and learn a little bit more. It gives you the capability to follow it, and again, the ability to build a journey to it. But on the Learn More page itself, it allows us to go in and get more information about that career. So no matter where you're at in your field of study, you know, what stage you're at, whether you're just beginning, whether you're towards the end, there'll be information here that you'll find valuable. One is the typical personality type that fills usually this type of career. The wages. Our office is located in San Diego. So right now my default zip code as a user is in San Diego. So here it shows San Diego salaries compared to national. In the corner of many of these, what we call widgets, is going to be a filter. In that filter, you could change the zip code or the state and apply it, and it's going to change on the fly. It will show you then, in this particular case, the difference between national and in Omaha, Nebraska. So it'll kind of give you that comparison. I can choose if I want to go back to California, I can just literally, I can choose the state, or I can choose a specific zip code. If you choose a specific zip code, it's usually within a 100-mile radius of that zip code. Once you've done that, you can apply it, and you're going to see now that my particular wage widget changes back and gives me that comparison. It also will make college pathway suggestions. So in your particular case, there might be a minor, a bachelor's, a master's, a degree program that might be a hint of the course of study that you either are taking or would want to take, as well as certifications. We have over 26,000 certifications loaded on the map in all different areas, but it allows you to go in and start looking at some of those certifications that you may find are required for a particular position, in this case in IT or cybersecurity. It also will give you institutions, resources. We're also connected to Indeed.com. So it will also find opportunities in this particular zip code, which was Omaha. There are 59 jobs available. Again, you'll see that I have this widget here. So again, I can do a city, again, or a zip code, and I can choose my distance. I can say 50 miles, 100 miles, 1,000 miles, but I'm going to just say 50 miles and apply. And we can see that there's many more job opportunities, as an example, in San Diego than there is in Omaha. To go and start looking at these opportunities, you literally can click on that. And now it's going to give you a live list direct from Indeed, showing you opportunities that are open, in this case in San Diego. I can look at those job details, and now I can start getting information which may include things like salary, job types, benefits, responsibilities of that particular job, requirements for a particular job, what the benefits are at that particular company, those types of pieces of information, which may include certifications or certificates that I'm going to want to get before I apply, or I might want to be working on when I apply. In order to be able to kind of compare and contrast, it does open them up on a separate tab. So if I want to look at more than one, I can actually open two of them, and then I can see them side by side. So it gives me the capability to kind of compare and contrast of particular jobs that I might be interested in, not necessarily that I'm looking for a job right now, but I can at least start getting the information. Am I studying the right things? Am I headed down my academic pathway to get the skills that I need to start fulfilling these kinds of positions? So again, this is coming from the Learn More page. Now, this is just kind of the generic coming in as going into Journey's map as a whole, not specialized necessarily inside of the Journey's map itself, but the ability to go in and actually look at, and for some reason, Zoom just dropped my share. Let me try this again. I apologize for that. Okay, now if I go in as an actual cyber student, it will give me that capability to go in and change my map. So it gives me that capability of going in and choosing whether I want just a specific area or not, especially in the cybersecurity. So I'm going to log in as a cyber student. And when I do, now when I go and look at the map, it's going to give me that capability to go in and look at a specific area. Again, I already have an account, so I'm going to not sign up for a new one. I apologize. For some reason, my internet seems to be a little bit slow. Kayvan, are you still able to see my screen okay?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, I just wanted to double check, make sure.
Yeah, it briefly went out, but it's back on.
Okay. So in this particular case, I'm going to come in and actually go to the map, and you're going to see that the career territory is only cybersecurity. So in this particular case, the map is adjusted to be just cybersecurity careers. This is based on the NICE framework. And again, you're going to see only cyber careers. In order to change that for yourself, whether you're looking at all careers or just cybersecurity in this particular case, there's this little green gear down on the lower left. If you click on that, you can actually go to career, and now I can change to just cybersecurity. I can choose cybersecurity along with artificial intelligence and machine learning, or I can choose all careers. So those are the options that you have. So I'm choosing just cybersecurity because I want to show you some additional features with just the cybersecurity map. I also can do the same thing with the college area. If I want to go in and look at the college area, I also can click on this gear and I can choose, in this particular case, I could go in and choose just Cal Poly. And it would allow me to see then those particular courses. So now it gives me that ability to go in and treat this like, again, like a Google map. I can drill down in, I can take a particular look at any specific thing. So I can get it still the three separate ways. I can come from my dashboard, but I'm only going to see cybersecurity jobs. I'm not going to see anything else. I'm only going to see cybersecurity. So it allows me to take an interest survey, see cybersecurity results. It's going to allow me to come to the map and drill in and choose one. Or it's going to allow me just to go from the map itself and type in a keyword to look for something. So again, I'm just going to go back and look at network administrator. And now it's only going to pick up network administrator in all of these different areas, specifically in cybersecurity. On these learn more pages, and this might be something where it gives you resources that will be helpful in some of your classes. As an example, I'm going to still see the same information at a glance: personality, wages, the college pathways, so the different degree courses I can take, the certificates that I might want to go after, again, institutions, but it's also going to have what we call work-based learning resources. So here for cybersecurity, if you have chosen cybersecurity as your default map, it's going to give podcasts, and these podcasts are updated daily. So these that are there are actually from the most recent. You can go in and choose one. You can favorite it so that it will rise to the top so that you can come back to it and revisit it. It gives you the opportunity to search for an episode if you're looking for something specific. So here again, under cybersecurity, you can go and get those daily podcasts, as well as events and articles. So these are also fed on a live feed so that you can get in and look at those articles. So we have one here where an auditor found a fault with CDT security and what the strategies are. So you can actually go and view that article. That was from the 24th. So you can go down, you can see there's a number of articles that were from that day. But if you're looking for something that you're studying, as example, some exploited vulnerabilities, and you need to go do a little research, here is a great place, a great avenue to come in and go and find those resources underneath a Learn More page. And again, you can find those in any cybersecurity occupation is going to have that section, which is the work-based learning. So I want to make sure that you're aware that that is there. I'm going to pause there just for a second. I'm going to pull it back out to the full map. And then I'm actually going to build a journey and talk about how you can start looking at your journey, what's required, what the pathways look like, and as you move forward and you start using journeys, in order to discover more about your career, but your pathway to get there. But I'm going to pause for a second, and if there's any questions, please don't hesitate to come off mute, or you can type a question inside of the chat as well. Anybody have any questions?
Judy, I have one quick question.
Sure.
So just to confirm, when you set up an account through Journeys, the profile will save the data for what you favorite and so forth. It isn't one of those where you have to come in once and you have to do it all over again.
No, how's that go? Once you've signed up for the account is yours. And as I talked about earlier, you do keep it for your lifetime. It's not just use it now and then never use it again or have to redo it when you come back. It will save. You can build as many journeys as you want in as many different fields of study that you want, as in many career opportunities as you want. It will save all of that information and is attached to your user ID. So even if you would leave Cal Poly and then be in the workforce, you would still be able to see the journeys that you built while you were at Cal Poly, as an example. So it stays with you. You keep that information. There's a couple other places where you can keep additional information that I'll share with you in a minute. You do have a portfolio. There are other things that you can do inside of Journeys that have to do with resources, et cetera, that you can have, favorited resources that save in your portfolio so you can quickly get back to it. I think you will see over the next few years that we will be expanding and offering other data sources inside of the map itself.
Excellent. Thank you.
You bet. So currently, if I'm still back in here and I am on my map and I decide I want to build a journey. So I'm just going to stick with my network job here. And it could be engineering, it could be, it covers the gamut everywhere from entry-level jobs all the way up to the high end. But if I go in here and I want to stick with the network management, again, I'm going to put that in. You can see an entry-level job might be network operations specialist. We call these stacked careers. That may be where I start out. In order to get an entry-level position inside of an industry partner, I may be going and starting out as a network operations specialist. In other words, I'm on the help desk, or I'm going to be doing some kind of support or specialist with a specific thing inside of that industry. It allows you to start getting that experience while you're expanding your skills and your knowledge, then to at some point maybe moving up. And maybe I'm at that point going to become an IT project manager, as an example. As I continue to work that job, I might be honing my skills and building them to move up even farther yet. Maybe I want to be a target network analyst, as an example. But it gives you that opportunity to have multiple, again, journeys. But say I was going to start out and I wanted to be a network analyst. I'm going to build a journey to that. So I'm actually going to say, I'm going to build a journey. And where am I now? Maybe I have just graduated high school, as an example. So I can say I have just graduated high school. I'm just starting college. So 12th grade was really where I'm at. I've just graduated and I'm going to start my journey. It is actually going to go in then and start building a journey for you from the 12th grade all the way then up through the career I've chosen. So I've chosen the 12th grade. I'm going to start my journey. it's going to build that journey. It's going to ask me, I can choose what degree. Maybe I'm going to get a bachelor's to start off with. Or maybe, I'm going to start working on it just as a minor. Maybe my choice is something else, but it allows me to continue down that pathway. And there are different routes. So you're going to see on the map itself, it draws that journey just as a physical high level glance. I'm going to start out in 12th grade. I'm going to go off to college, take some IT courses, and then off to my career. I can go in this also, and you can see that there are several different ways, but I want to look at the journey details. In other words, I want to get down and see the actual information and the details. So in this particular case, this was my 12th grade. I could even dive down into 12th grade if I want to. Maybe I'm taking some college courses while I'm a senior, but I still have some responsibility to my academics in 12th grade. I can actually go and see all of those courses and classes that I am going to be taking at the 12th grade. And these dive down deeper and deeper. I can go and look at my technology education. I can actually see then those particular standards and skills that I have acquired or I am learning in that particular course as a 12th grader. So again, it allows you to dive as deep as you want to go in each one of those levels. So I'm going to go off and I'm going to start working on a bachelor's in computer science. What are those classes? What do they look like? What's some of the information? What, might I need in those courses to help support me? So again, it gives me all that kind of information. But at the same time, maybe I actually want to get a certification because I want to work part-time while I'm attending college. Well, I can actually save this journey. And I actually can go out and look then at some certifications in addition to my degree program that I might want to get. Again, it goes on and on. It not only shows the degrees, but it also is going to show you some of those certifications. If you know something specific, I was talking with Kayvan a little earlier. My background is with Cisco Net Academies. But if I typed in Cisco as an example, then it would allow me to go down and look for, I think I have to actually put in the CCNA. I can go in and look for that certification. And then I can add that to my journey. So I can actually take and add that particular one into my journey, and then I can edit my journey and move it around where I want to add that certification. If I want to go take another one, I can always come back and edit my journey, and I can go in and I can make adjustments. I can reorder, I can delete a step in the journey, or I can insert a stop if I want to. It gives me that capability to come in at any point in time and modify those details up through into my career. So if there's a class maybe I tested out of, I could go in and say, I want to go look in my particular area, and I want to reorder the order I'm taking them in, or I want to add an additional class that maybe is out of another major or another minor that I want to add in this class. It gives me that capability to go in and actually move that information up or down or see more details. So again, it gives that capability at any point in time of coming back and modifying that. So if I'm saying, okay, I'm not going to take principles of programming languages, I'm going to take something else in replacement of it, I could actually come in here, edit the journey, remove that, come in and remove it, And it'll ask me, do I really want to remove it? Yes, I do. Now I could go back and add it back in, but now it's going to skip over that class as an example. Now it has saved that as part of my journey or my pathway to get from where I am today to where I want to go. You can build as many journeys as you want to build. It will keep them all under your My Journey list here. So you can have as many as you want. If you have a specific one that you're working on right now, and that's what you're doing, you can always, by highlighting it, it will make you that particular journey the default one that shows up on your map every time you open it. In other words, I will be able to quickly see that particular journey because that's the one I'm working on right now. And anytime I want to see the detail, I can just go click on Show Detail. And now I can go in, take a look at that, and then I have some information here that I can either modify, edit, or adjust, or I just want a reminder, I can go take a look at it. So it gives me that capability to save that journey as my default. Again, you can build as many different journeys as you want, even if it's in some other area outside of cybersecurity. By default, if you have chosen cybersecurity to be your career territory, you at any time could go back and again, click on that, click on career, change it to the full career and save the changes. And now you will see that my map itself will save that career territory. And when I go back to the map itself, now you will see that this is all of the clusters as defined by the Department of Labor that are showing. So if maybe I just wanted to go, I was interested in something, I wanted to go look something up, I wanted to get some information. It gives you that capability of changing it on the fly, and I can always then go change it back. I found out the information I was looking for or got some specific information about a certain career, and now I want to go back to the journey I'm actually on. I can simply go back here, change it back to cybersecurity, save my changes, close that window, and now I am back again to just cybersecurity in that total map area. Again, this is just a real high level overview. There are a few other features that are there that you can do. You do have the ability in a portfolio to be able to go in and actually submit resources. So if you have some favorite resources that you found on the web that you've picked up in a class, they can be that are on your YouTube channel for the school, any of those types of things. If you would like to upload those links or those documents inside of this, you can do this in My Submitted Resources. It allows you to upload any type of document. They can be Excel, PDFs, really anything, audio, video, files of something that you want to keep. You may also want to do things like keep your resume, some of the current things you're working on, those kinds of things in here as well inside of your portfolio. It also will allow you to connect to your Google Drive. So if you're using Google Drive, you can sign into your Google Drive here, and then your Google Drive will be active anytime that you are in your portfolio inside of Journey Maps. So if I want to go to Journeys and pull in some documents that were in my Google Drive and pull it in as a resource here, I could do so. So again, that's just another feature that allows you to put that information in there. Another feature is back on the dashboard. You're able to go in and you're able to keep some information. So you can do an about me. You can add your schools, what your education has been so far. You can come back at any time and be able to take the interest survey or the skills matcher and go find information. You can choose your top career. You can go in and put your top career choice here so that anytime I want to go and maybe I want to go and look at some of those work-based learning, I could put my top career here, and then I can quickly get to it and go to that learn more page and get to that work-based learning where I can see those podcasts and or those articles. The other ability too is at the very bottom here, it'll keep track of a list. You have My Journeys are underneath your My Journeys button, but they're also here under My Journeys on your front dashboard. Again, I'm just going to pause for a second here and see if there's any questions on how you get signed up. You know, you can go in and get your account at any time. Once you have an account set up, again, you keep it for life. So maybe I'm just moving from a job to a job. Maybe I'm not moving from academia to a job. Those types of things, it still will give you that pathway. If that requires to get some skills or go back to college and pick up some other classes or projects or courses, type of a thing, it would allow you to go in and detail that in your pathway. Questions? You guys are being awful quiet. Any questions about how you get an account?
I just want to add, for everyone that's on the call, I'll be sharing as a follow-up to this, an email that directly takes you to the Journeys map. As Judy's mentioned, it's pretty straightforward in setting it up with your Cal Poly email address. That's your user profile. Yeah, so it's that will be one of the things I'll be doing within the next day, is sharing directly where it is. And if you want to do it right now, you could just go straight to the CCI website and just go to underneath the train heading, scroll down to where it says Journeys map.
So we did have an attendee say that they're liking the app and it's super helpful. We're glad to hear that. How's that go? That's our goal. So really, you know, hope that you take advantage of this app and have the, you know, take the time and go spend some time. There is, if you get stuck and are having trouble navigating or moving around, if you go up in the right-hand corner, you can go, there is a help document that is there so that you can get to it. Does have some information in there and some navigations. It's kind of designed, there's some lesson plans there that were designed for more for that high school skills career classes. But it kind of takes you, if you go look at those 10 articles under career exploration lesson plans, it kind of takes you a step at a time on how you navigate through Journeys. You will see some changes over the next few months as we are updating our UI UX. In addition to, we will be updating some of our help documents. So you will see these taking some changes over the next few months. Other questions? Well, Kayvan, Dustin, if you have no more questions, I'm sure as students, you all are thrilled to death to get some, how's that, time back in your life on an evening. So I'll stay on for a few minutes in case somebody comes up with a question that they'd still like to ask, or if you're trying to sign up now and are experiencing any issues, please let us know and we can help talk you through that. So we'll stay on for a few minutes. You also can reach out to Kayvan as well. If you think of something a couple days from now. This recording will be going out on your YouTube channel. So that if you just need kind of a quick refresher how to navigate, the biggest thing is just to remember there's 3 ways. One from a survey, one just exploring, using it like kind of like a Google's map for learning, and one using a search item looking for a career. So I wish you all the best of luck in your academics, and hopefully your cybersecurity career thereafter. But again, any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I've certainly enjoyed my time with you today.
Thank you so much, Judy. Thank you for taking the time to join us and show us what is a very cool tool, a very cool visualization of different career pathways. I like the moniker Google Maps for Learning, followed by K through Gray. I thought that was a very fun way to define it. I'll wrap up by just saying, as Judy mentioned, feel free to reach out to me. I put my email in the chat. I'll certainly be following up with all those that have attended, and we'll be happy to answer questions about the Journeys Map, about CCI, about opportunities on campus around cyber. I want to take the opportunity to also share that the CCI is going to be starting its recruitment drive for student assistants in the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested in learning how to get more involved with us, please do feel free to reach out. As I mentioned at the top of the call, all of our activities, all the substantive work is done by you all, students from all different fields across the university. So we welcome your interest, and we look forward to having a conversation with you. Excellent. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording, but as Judy mentioned, we'll stick around for a minute or two if folks have questions.